Boom.
Really,
Got
I
the
like that.
Rams.
Boom. We had the Rams.
And boom, boom, here comes the weather too, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Weather time.
I got a picture with 2 Ram cheerleaders on Saturday
You
on
did?
Stephanie's Day. I should be looking that way since you guys are really over there. But I mean, in real life, you're over there, but I should be
Hi,
looking
Rich. Hi,
this way. Yeah, they had Ram cheerleaders out at Stephanie's
Yeah,
Day.
they're beautiful, weren't they?
Well,
Yeah.
and they're not the Ram cheerleaders that they brought from St. Louis. They ran new auditions and had them here.
That's right.
All right, so hey, can you tell it's time for Rich's Weather School? Let's clear the chalkboard and see what we're talking about tonight. Tonight's class, levels of the atmosphere and the ozone layer. Susie, Jeff, can either of you name any of the levels in the atmosphere?
Ooh.
Stratosphere,
Nice.
cubosphere,
Wow.
There's 5 main levels.
This is why we go to school, Rich.
All right, let's go through it right now.
blogosphere.
So where we live and breathe, we call this the PBL, the planetary boundary layer, and that is inside the first level of the atmosphere, which is the troposphere, which goes up to about 20 kilometers high. Above that, the stratosphere, which goes up to about 50 kilometers high. Above that, the mesosphere goes up to about 85 kilometers high. Above that, the thermosphere, about 690 kilometers high. And above that, the exosphere, which goes up to about 10,000 kilometers high. And you would think, you know, that the space shuttle is out here in the exosphere someplace. The exosphere actually depletes all the way into outer space. It's where it really thins out and goes to deep space. But where does the shuttle, where does it orbit the Earth at? Is it up here in the exosphere? No, it's actually here in the thermosphere. It stays within the atmospheres of the Earth and the gravitational pull of the Earth because it wants to rotate around the Earth. Here at the surface, this is where all human life exists, in the troposphere, and this is where all weather happens, right here within the first 20 kilometers from the surface to about 20 kilometers high. But what's the most important atmosphere or a layer in the atmosphere? It's the stratosphere. Without the stratosphere and what it does, there wouldn't be life on the planet Earth because it contains the ozone layer. The ozone layer, what does it do? It absorbs most of the sun's ultraviolet radiation. As a matter of fact, it's the ozone and oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere that absorbs about 50% of the ultraviolet radiation from the sun, but only about 50%. The other 50% is beaten down on the Earth's surface. That's why when you go out in the sun, you're asked to wear some kind of sunscreen with a very high SPF. But now we're finding out news stories yesterday that children's SPF 50 isn't really at 50. They did studies on it and it come out to be like an 8 SPF. So you can't really count on these SPF sunscreens. And it shields humanity from frying to a crisp here at the atmosphere. That's the importance of the stratosphere. That's why we try to get rid of the fluorocarbons that punches holes in the stratosphere and allows even more ultraviolet radiation to come in and bake us to death. So that's a quick lesson on the levels of the atmosphere. If you'd like to find out more information about it, go to our website at cbsla.com, click Seen on TV. All right, let's talk about what's going on here in Southern California. Very warm temperatures coming our way as a big trough of low pressure keeping us on the cool side, but it's this area of high pressure and this massive ridge. It's going to start backtracking into Southern California over the course of the next couple of days. By Friday, Saturday, we're talking very hot conditions. By Sunday and Monday, we're talking oppressive conditions, 105 to 110 in many communities around Southern California. It's going to be unbelievable with excessive heat watches in effect as early as 11 a.m. on Monday, and those will last through Tuesday night. 75 downtown tomorrow, beaches at about 70, 82 for the valleys. Look at Father's Day Sunday, mid-90s downtown, 105 for the valleys. The valleys will peak at 110 on Monday. Yes, San Fernando Valley, San Gabriel Valley, Antelope Valley. Inland Empire, 83 tomorrow. Lots of sunshine. Same for the high deserts, 67 for the mountains. The IE on Sunday, 101, 102 in the high deserts. And you can see the high deserts will peak at about 110 on Tuesday. So for the high deserts, Monday won't be the hottest day. It will be on Tuesday. That's Rich's Weather School. Class dismissed. Back to you guys.